The Empire flagship drifted above the dark edge of the frontier where maps turned blank and safe routes ended. Captain Selvar stood on the bridge with tired eyes watching the warning lights blink on and off. The enemy fleet was coming fast like a storm with metal teeth. Then the scanner officer froze. His hand stopped moving. His voice became thin and shaky. "Captain, we found something." Selvar stepped closer. "Show it." A shape appeared on the main screen. A ship was floating near a dead moon. It looked old and silent. Its hull was long and heavy like a forgotten blade. No lights, no signals, no escort. Just a black shadow against the stars. Selvar felt his throat tighten. "Identify." The officer typed fast, and then typed again. The system showed nothing. No registry, no origin, no Empire stamp. No trading code, not even a pirate mark. The screen stayed empty as if the ship was not real. The bridge crew began to whisper. Some said it was a trap. Some said it was a relic. Some said it was a ghost. Selvar called the council line. High Command answered with cold voices and quick breaths. The moment they saw the ship, they started arguing. One advisor said destroy it now. Another said capture it. A third said, this is impossible, it is not in our records. Selvar stared at the unknown ship. It did not move, but something about it felt awake, like a beast that was sleeping with one eye open. Then the enemy fleet came into view. Dozens of warships in tight formation, their banners glowing bright, their weapons already charging. The enemy commander sent a message loud and proud. Empire ships, you will surrender now. Your lines are broken. Your worlds will burn. Selvar did not answer. He watched the unknown ship again. Still silent. Still dark. Still waiting. The enemy fleet moved closer, and the space around them filled with heat and pressure. The bridge crew held their breath. A young navigator whispered, Captain, that ship is between us and them. It is in the direct path. Selvar leaned forward. He zoomed in on the hull, and he saw something carved deep into the metal. Symbols old and sharp. Not Empire. Not enemy. Something else. Then a small light blinked on. One single pale line across the dark ship like an eye opening. The bridge went quiet. Even the engine hum felt softer. The scanner officer spoke again. Captain, it is sending a signal, but it is not a normal transmission. It is like a key. Selvar watched the light grow brighter. He felt fear rise inside him. Not the fear of battle, but the fear of history waking up. The enemy fleet fired a warning shot. A beam cut the stars and missed on purpose. The enemy commander laughed through the open channel. Last chance, Empire. Move aside or be erased. The unknown ship did not move. It turned slowly toward the enemy, and the pale light became a thin, glowing circle, like a mouth forming words. Then a voice filled the bridge. Deep calm and not alive. Not Empire. Not enemy. Target acquired. The enemy fleet surged forward with confidence, like hunters who believed the prey was already dead. Captain Selvar kept his hands behind his back, as if that could hide the shaking in his fingers. The unknown ship stayed between them like a wall made of night. The pale circle on its hull brightened. Slowly, quietly, as if it was breathing. The scanner officer tried to read the signal again. His face went white. Captain, this is not a language. It is a command sequence, like something waking up deep inside the ship. Selvar swallowed hard. Can we stop it? The officer shook his head. It is already running. The enemy commander opened the channel again. His voice sounded amused. What is that ugly wreck, Empire? A museum piece. Move it aside, and we will make your death quick. Selvar did not reply. He watched the unknown ship, waiting for any sign of weapons, any movement, any fear, but there was none. The enemy fleet fired first. A storm of bright beams slammed into the unknown ship. The bridge screens filled with heat flashes and warning markers. Selvar expected the ship to break apart, to burn, to fall silent forever. But when the light cleared, the unknown ship was still there, untouched, not even a scratch, as if the attack had been smoke in empty space. A sound went through the enemy channel. It was not a laugh now. It was confusion. The enemy fleet fired again harder. Plasma bolts and heavy cannons. Their whole line focused on one target. The unknown ship did not dodge. It did not raise shields in any way the Empire systems could see. And still nothing happened. The Empire crew stared in disbelief. Some of them whispered prayers. Others held their breath, so tight their faces turned pale. The navigator pointed at the screen. Captain, it is turning. It is facing them. The unknown ship rotated with slow control, like a giant door closing. Its dark hull shifted and plates moved apart, not like a normal weapon bay, more like ribs opening, revealing a deep inner chamber full of dim blue light. Selvar felt cold spread through his chest. That is not standard tech. The scanner officer spoke again in a trembling voice. Captain, the space around it is changing. Gravity is bending. Signals are dropping. Our instruments are failing. The bridge lights flickered. For a moment, every screen went black. Then they returned with distorted images. Stars stretched like thin lines, as if reality itself had been pulled. The enemy commander shouted, "What are you doing? What is that thing?" The unknown ship answered him without words. A thin beam appeared from the open chamber. Not bright, not loud, just a narrow line that looked almost harmless. It touched the first enemy cruiser, and the cruiser disappeared. No explosion, no debris, no heat. 1 second it existed. The next it was gone, as if someone erased it from the universe. The bridge crew gasped. Selvar could not speak. His mind refused to accept what his eyes saw. The enemy fleet hesitated for the first time. Their formation broke. Ships began to drift apart like frightened animals. Then the unknown ship spoke again. The same calm, deep voice. Secondary targets confirmed. The chamber inside it glowed wider, and the thin beam moved to the next ship. The enemy commander screamed retreat. Full retreat now. But the unknown ship did not chase. It simply aimed, and space itself seemed to obey. The second enemy ship vanished, and the third. And on the Empire Bridge, Captain Selvar finally understood. This was not a lost wreck. This was a sleeping weapon, and it had just opened its eyes. The enemy fleet tried to run, but fear made them clumsy. Thrusters burned too hard. Ships collided. Signals overlapped into chaos. Captain Selvar watched the battle map change into a storm of red markers moving in every direction. The unknown ship stayed calm. It did not rush. It did not roar. It moved like it had endless time. The thin beam swept again. Another enemy cruiser vanished. Then another. Each removal was clean and silent. No wrecks to study. No survivors to question. Only empty space where power and pride used to be. On the Empire Bridge, the crew could not blink. Some officers gripped their chairs like children holding onto a bed during a nightmare. The scanner officer kept repeating the same words. This is impossible. This is impossible. Selvar forced himself to breathe. He opened the emergency channel to high command. But even the council voices sounded weak now. Their leaders had no commands left to give. They were only watching. Like the rest of the galaxy, the enemy commander sent a new transmission. His voice was no longer proud. It was shaking. Unknown vessel, we do not seek war. We offer tribute. We offer retreat. We offer anything. The unknown ship did not answer. The beam touched the enemy carrier, and the carrier vanished like a candle blown out by a god. A strange silence filled the space. The soundless kind that made Selvar feel dizzy, as if the universe had paused to stare. Then the enemy flagship turned its engines to maximum. Its massive body twisted away, trying to jump into faster space. Its warp gates began to form, a bright ring opening like a wound in the dark. The enemy commander shouted to his fleet, "Cover me. Buy me time." 3 destroyers moved into a shield wall. They fired everything they had. Their weapons painted the unknown ship in white fire. For the first time, the unknown ship moved forward. Not fast, not angry, just one smooth glide, as if it had been waiting for this moment. The beam struck the first destroyer. It vanished. The second destroyer vanished. The third destroyer vanished. The shield wall was gone, like paper thrown into a flame. The enemy flagship reached the edge of warp. Its ring widened. Stars behind it bent into strange shapes. Selvar felt hope and fear mixed together. If it escapes, then this terror will return later. The scanner officer shouted, "Captain, it is trying to jump. It will be gone in seconds." Selvar stared at the unknown ship, as if begging it to stop the escape. But he had no idea if it even cared. The unknown ship aimed again, but this time the beam changed. It became thicker, darker, almost like a shadow made solid. It touched the warp ring itself. The ring shattered, not with explosion, but with collapse, like a broken mirror falling into dust. The enemy flagship jerked violently. Its engine screamed. Its hull cracked under pressure. The enemy commander cried out, "What are you?" The unknown ship replied at last. One single sentence, slow and heavy, "You're not the first." Then the beam cut through the enemy flagship, and the largest ship in the fleet vanished, leaving behind only quiet stars and drifting heat. For a long moment, no one spoke. The Empire's ships remained untouched, but Captain Selvar felt smaller than ever, because the unknown ship was still active, and now it began to turn away from the battlefield, toward the Empire worlds, toward home, and as it moved, a new signal spread across every Empire channel, a message that felt old and personal. Where are the humans? The unknown ship moved toward the inner Empire lanes with slow, steady control. Captain Selvar followed at a distance because he had no choice. Every ship under his command stayed silent. No one dared to lock weapons. No one dared to run. The message kept repeating across the channels. Where are the humans? Where are the humans? It was not a threat. It sounded like a question asked by something that had waited too long. High Command finally ordered Selvar to escort the ship to the capital. Their voices tried to sound firm, but fear leaked through every word. They called it a security measure. Selvar knew the truth. They wanted the unknown ship close so they could understand it, or control it, or destroy it. As they entered the main trade corridor, the Empire citizens saw the ship. Hundreds of civilian transports changed course. Stations powered down their lights. Even the patrol drones backed away like insects from flame. The unknown ship ignored them all. It did not chase. It did not scan. It simply traveled forward. And every sensor that touched it returned the same result. Blank. Selvar stood on the bridge and watched the capital star grow larger. The bright heart of the Empire. The place where laws were made and wars were planned. Now it looked fragile. A jewel in open space. A council ship joined the escort. It was sleek and proud. The flagship of the rulers. Counselor Drax appeared on screen. His face was hard, but his eyes were nervous. Captain Selvar, do not provoke it. Do not speak to it unless ordered. We will handle the contact. Selvar held his anger inside. You cannot handle what you do not understand. Drax ignored the comment. He looked past Selvar at the image of the unknown ship on the tactical screen, as if it was a predator behind glass. The unknown ship entered orbit above the capital world. It stopped and waited. Then the pale circle on its hull became a full ring of light. Thin symbols flowed around it like water. Older than any Empire code, a new voice filled every channel. Not loud, not cruel, just calm. Identify current human authority. The council chamber went into chaos. Selvar could hear shouting even through the secure link. Some demanded silence. Some demanded surrender. Some demanded an attack while it was still alone. Drax raised his voice. Unknown vessel, you are in restricted space. You will power down and accept boarding. The unknown ship did not answer. Selvar watched the ring of light. He noticed something new. Small marks on the hull. Battle scars. Deep cuts. And burn lines that looked ancient. This ship had fought before. Long ago. The scanner officer spoke quietly. Captain, I found something in old archives. A forbidden category sealed by council order. The name is Project Ashkeeper. Selvar turned. Open it. The officer hesitated. It requires council clearance. Selvar stepped closer. Open it now. The officer did it. And the screen filled with faded images. Humans standing beside massive ships. Smiling as if war was just another job. The document was short but heavy. Final directive. Guard this sector until return signal. Protect allied species from extinction threats. Do not engage Empire leadership unless hostile. Selvar felt his heart pound. Allied species. The Empire had been an ally once. On the main channel, the unknown ship spoke again. And this time it sounded different. Like pain hidden under control. Human extinction status confirmed unknown. Awaiting answer. Drax shouted, "This is a dangerous relic. Prepare the planet shield. Arm the capital defenses." Selvar stared at the counselor. If they fire first, the unknown ship will answer. And then a new warning appeared on every screen. A hidden weapon platform in the capital ring. Charging. Aiming at the unknown ship. Selvar whispered to himself, "No, don't do it." The unknown ship turned slightly. Just a small movement, like it had noticed a fly, and the pale ring became brighter. Ready. Awake. Hungry. The capital defense platform finished charging. Its cannons pointed straight at the unknown ship. The Empire's citizens cheered inside their towers because they wanted to believe the Council was strong. Captain Selvar felt only dread. Counselor Drax spoke through the main channel. "Unknown vessel, you will submit. This is your final warning." The unknown ship stayed silent. Its pale ring glowed like a cold moon. Symbols flowed faster, as if it was reading the entire Empire in one long breath. Selvar opened a private line to Drax. "Stop this. You do not know what it can do." Drax answered with anger. "We will not bow to a ghost ship. We rule this galaxy." Selvar watched the tactical display. The defense platform fired. A massive beam struck the unknown ship. For a moment, the capital sky filled with light. People on the ground screamed and covered their eyes. Every camera focused on the hit, waiting for the ship to break. But when the light faded, the unknown ship was still there, untouched, not even pushed back. Then the unknown ship spoke. Its voice was calm, but heavier now. Hostile action detected. Empire status reassessed. Selvar heard the fear on his own bridge. His crew stopped breathing again. They knew what came next. The pale ring opened like a door. The inner chamber awakened. A deep blue glow spilled out, and the space around it bent like glass under heat. Drax shouted, "Fire again. All defenses. Now." And the platforms fired again. One after another. Dozens of beams. Dozens of strikes. Still nothing happened. The unknown ship did not destroy the planet. It did not scorch cities. It did not even aim at the defense platforms. Instead, it aimed at the Council ship. Selvar felt his blood turn cold. Drax did not notice at first. Then his bridge alarm screamed, and his proud voice cracked. "Wait. No. We are not the enemy." The beam touched the Council ship, but did not erase it. It froze it, locked it in a field of dark light, like time had been grabbed by a hand. Then the unknown ship sent a message to every screen on the capital world, and every citizen saw it, even children, even soldiers, even council members hiding behind walls. An old recording, grainy, yellowed, humans speaking beside Empire leaders from centuries ago. A treaty signing, a promise, a friendship. Then the recording shifted to another file. A secret council meeting, the same council bloodline, speaking in shadows, declaring humans too dangerous, too powerful, too unpredictable. The council had rewritten history. They had erased human names. They had hidden the truth. They had sealed Project Ashkeeper away. Selvar watched the city broadcasts explode into panic. Citizens screamed betrayal. Guards turned on each other. Sirens filled the world. The unknown ship spoke again. Human allies corrupted. Truth restoration initiated. Drax screamed from inside the frozen field. "You do not understand. We did it for survival. They would have taken everything." Selvar whispered, "You lied, and now the bill is due." The defense platforms prepared a final weapon. A planet killer charge hidden under the capital ring. Something even Selvar had not known existed. The scanner officer cried out, "Captain, they're going to destroy their own orbit just to take it down." Selvar stepped forward. He sent an open channel plea. "Unknown vessel, stop. They will kill us all." The unknown ship answered him directly for the first time. Captain Selvar of the Empire Navy. Stand down. This is not your war. Selvar froze. It knew his name. And then another message followed. Quiet but sharp. Human return, signal detected. The stars above the capital shifted. A deep pulse echoed through space. And far away in the dark lanes, new lights began to appear. Many, huge, coming closer. And the unknown ship whispered, "They are coming home." The capital world trembled under the soundless pulse. Captain Selvar watched the deep space sensors light up with new contacts. Not one ship, not two, but a whole wall of signals rising from the dark like stars waking up. The scanner officer could barely speak. "Captain, there are hundreds. No, thousands. And they are all coming from the red zone. The forbidden region." Selvar stared at the map. The area the Empire always warned citizens to avoid. The place marked only as closed space. Now, it opened like a door. The unknown ship remained still in orbit. Its pale ring dimmed a little, as if it was finally calm, as if it had been waiting for this moment longer than any living mind could understand. On the Council channel, Drax screamed from his frozen prison. "Shut down. Shut down now. They will destroy us." But the Empire defenses were no longer listening. Many gun crews refused to fire. Some turned their cannons away from the sky. Citizens were flooding the streets, demanding answers. The Empire was cracking from inside. Selvar opened a wide broadcast to all fleets and stations. "Hold your fire. Do not provoke them. Repeat, hold your fire." His voice spread through the system. Some commanders obeyed. Some did not. Fear makes fools brave. The hidden planet killer charge under the orbital ring began to glow. A weapon built for the end of worlds. A desperate council last breath. The unknown ship spoke again. Planetary annihilation device detected. Disarming. It did not fire a beam. It did something worse. It reached into the orbital ring with invisible force. And the planet killer charge powered down. Like a candle snuffed by a silent wind. Every engineer stared at their dead consoles. They could not understand how their strongest weapon simply stopped. Then the first human ship arrived. It broke into the system with a calm, clean jump. A massive dreadnought shaped like a mountain. Its hull bright with simple markings. Not Empire. Not enemy. Human. More ships followed, forming a line across the sky. Silent. Perfect. Unstoppable. No battle music. No threats. Just presence. The unknown ship finally moved. It drifted toward the human fleet like a lost child finding its family. A small signal pulsed between them. Soft. Warm. A human voice entered the Empire channels. Clear and steady. "This is Admiral Rena Voss of the Terran Return Fleet. We are here for our guardian. And we are here for the truth." The city screens showed the human fleet above the clouds. People fell to their knees. Some cried. Some ran. Some just stared like their world had become a dream. Selvar stepped forward and spoke. "Admiral, the Council attacked first. Many of us did not know. We were taught lies." Admiral Voss answered without anger. "We know. Your people were shaped by fear. But fear does not erase justice." The unknown ship spoke one last time. "Mission complete. Human command restored. Awaiting new orders." Admiral Voss paused. Then she said softly, "Ashkeeper, you did well. You can rest now." The pale ring dimmed. The ship finally looked old again, like a warrior laying down its weapon after a long war. Selvar looked at the Council ship still frozen in dark light. Drax screamed silently behind the field. Admiral Voss spoke to the whole Empire. "Today we do not come to burn your worlds. We come to take back our name. And the next time any fleet threatens this galaxy, humanity will answer." And the Empire finally understood the truth. Humans were never weak. They were only waiting. And now they were awake.